2020 and thank the foreign policy community of Indonesia and the Australian Strategic Policy Institute for this opportunity. As I was asked to speak on the Indo-Pacific and the COVID-19 crisis, my remarks focus on three issues: the rationale for the Indo-Pacific, the Indian response to the COVID-19 crisis, and how the two have come together. Every era produces its own strategic concepts and analytical constructs. The current one is no exception. After all, the sharp distinction between the Pacific and the Indian Ocean theaters was only made after the Second World War. What has changed now? To begin with, the intensification of globalization and interdependence that has expanded the horizons of all nations, especially major ones. In India's case, the Indo-Pacific was a natural extrapolation of its Act East policy that has made China, Japan, South Korea, Indonesia, and Australia, amongst others, our major partners. Indeed, we do more business east of India than west, quite a reversal from the immediate post-colonial era. The second factor is the rebalancing that has taken place in the global order. There have been changes in the capabilities and reach of nations, making some do more and others do less. But both categories treat the Indian and Pacific Oceans in a more seamless manner than before. The resulting multipolarity also requires the like-minded to work more cooperatively and effectively than before. As a result, we have seen initiatives that go beyond alliances and working arrangements that are more flexible and imaginative than before. Now, from any objective viewpoint, the Indo-Pacific is a more contemporary description of current reality. Such a landscape actually creates an ethos for greater cooperation, one particularly necessary at a time when global goods are in short supply. If challenges multiply but capacities do not keep pace, the answer is only in more intensified cooperation. Issues like maritime security, transparent and market-based connectivity, or counter-terrorism do require such solutions. Indo-Pacific is also a rejection of spheres of influence and all that this may imply. It is a reiteration that the world cannot be frozen for the benefit of a few, even if that is the case with the United Nations. It is an indication of a future, not a throwback to the past. Only those harboring a Cold War mindset will see such intentions. There has been a growing recognition of the logic of the Indo-Pacific in recent times. The ASEAN's outlook on Indo-Pacific was a notable step. Apart from the nations of the larger region, we have also seen Germany, France, and the Netherlands subscribe recently to this approach. The need of the day is to give it a practical shape. This can be done by plurilateral diplomatic consultations, such as the Quad, or it can be furthered in a structured fashion by the Indo-Pacific Oceans Initiative that India tabled at the East Asia Summit in 2019. This is built on the 7 pillars of maritime security